Assault, battery, animal cruelty, defamation, sexual assault, brandishing of a weapon. These are all the crimes that this man has committed, and he goes by the name of Dio Brando. If you see him, he is armed, dangerous, and extremely handsome. Please do not engage and contact authorities at 1-800-JOESTAR. More next up on Limo TV. This nigga Dio committed all those crimes in the first episode of JoJo's that I just listed. You're gonna hear all that and you mean to tell me he's not the biggest hater in all of anime? There are mad other stuff that Dio did that makes him the biggest hater in anime, but that's what I'm gonna talk about in this video today. So if you think that he's not the biggest hater, comment down below who you think it is. You think it's Sukuna? You think it's Frieza? I mean, Sukuna killed a couple people, Frieza blew up a couple planets, some light, but still. Let me know who you think actually is the biggest hater in all of the anime in the comments below. And if you still think that it's not Dio at the end of this video, I don't know what to tell you. Dio beats the brakes off of Jonathan in front of everyone in the town. You know how crazy that is? To get your ass beat in front of not only your crush, but the entire town too? I'm sorry, but me personally, I'm not having that. I'd either have to move states or you gotta die. I'm sorry, it's one of those two. He also grabs and violates Jonathan's crush just so that Jonathan couldn't be her first kiss. You know how crazy that is? Imagine you really you loved a girl and you wanted to be her first and only love, and someone came up and said, nah, little bro, let me hold this real quick. He also kicked the shit out of Jonathan's dog and then turned him into a well-done steak, throwing that nigga into a furnace. Bro, if someone threw my cat into a furnace, I'm sorry, I'm blowing the whole planet up. And then on top of that, he goes around telling everyone in the town that Jonathan is a snitch after he just did all of that to him. And this is like only the surface of it. This is the tip of the iceberg. The tip. Pause. But there's mad other stuff that Dio does. He was also ready to fillet Jonathan during a fight until Jonathan's father stepped in. And speaking of fathers, Dio also killed his own father and then killed Jonathan's father too. You're gonna tell me he's not the most evil person alive? Really? He also tried to poison Jonathan's father for the first time, but he failed, so he just cut him up, stabbed him in front of him. You cannot make this stuff up. Now, you might ask yourself,
man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Why would Dio hate this man Jonathan so much when his family took him in when he was living in poverty and gave him everything that he could ever ask for? Some people say that Dio was just born evil, which they even say in the show. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's more so a case of jealousy, growing up extremely poor and in poverty, and then just getting moved into a good old two-family home in the suburbs. Like that's a crazy shift. And on top of that, Dio was always saying from day one how he wants to take Jonathan's family's riches, take everything from him and wipe him out. So to me, I think he was just jealous, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of understand, yo. If I was like dirt broke poor, you know, I gotta appreciate what they did for me, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I want everything. But back to why Dio's the biggest hater. He also fought Jonathan and burned his entire house down. Mind you, all of this that I'm saying right now happens in the first 5 episodes of this series. There are shows that don't even reveal the villain within the first 5 episodes, let alone all this stuff that they did. Shout out to part 4, because that's also a perfect case scenario of this. And this also all happens after Dio pretends to be Jonathan's best friend for like 7 years straight. You know how mentally ill you gotta be to pretend to be someone's friend for 7 whole years? Bro, I'm sorry, but this guy Dio is different. Oh, but we're not done there yet. Dio and Jonathan fight again. Jonathan wins and thinks that it's all sunshines and rainbows. Dio uses one of his servants to sneak onto the ship that Jonathan and his wife are on, which I believe was actually like their honeymoon cruise. And he causes a whole ruckus while he's literally just ahead because he got decapitated. He burns the entire ship down, and pretty much Jonathan has to sacrifice himself to make sure that Dio dies this time. So he's holding his head, you know, crying because that's basically his brother to him. So he basically sacrificed himself, sent his wife off, yo, go live a happy life. I'll make sure this never happens again. He won't bother you again. We're both gonna go out, you know, on this ship. Captain sinks with his ship. Yeah, nah, it wasn't that easy though. Dio came back. Dio actually attaches his own head to Jonathan's body in order to come back. And mind you, we're still only at like episode 9 at most. All of this happens in less than 10 episodes. And from there on out, Dio pretty much vows to ruin the entire Joestar JoJo bloodline. He pretty much wants to take him out for good. On top of that, he's sending killers to take out Jotaro and his friends during all of part 3. He kills the next JoJo's best friend, shout out Kakuin. He also kills Jotaro's grandfather in front of him, turning him into a pincushion. And that's where he messed up. That's where he messed up, because he seriously pissed off Jotaro, and that was his downfall. All of this just for being related to his biggest op, and I guess because he saw them as a threat. And as if that wasn't enough, Dio's also loyal follower, Enrico Pucci, someone that he uses his suave to persuade and overtake their mind. Not literally, but someone that he won over, one of his many, como se dice, followers. That's a much better word. One of his followers actually goes through with his plan, Dio's plan, after his death. Kills Jotaro, kills Jotaro's daughter, and resets the entire universe. And you think I'm done there? No, no, no. After resetting the universe and JoJo's going into an alternate universe, this man becomes Diego Brando instead of Dio Brando. And we have Johnny Joestar. And it's on sight. This man Diego is still trying to kill Johnny Joestar in an alternate universe. You know how crazy that is to be such a hater? This is multi-generational, multiversal level of hating. You can go to a completely different universe and he's still out to get you. Now, luckily there was no mention of Dio in JOJOLION, at least to my knowledge when I remember reading it. So if you think that Dio is the biggest hater in all of anime after this video, let me know in the comments if I did convince you. If not, let me know who you think the biggest hater is, and also comment what you think the worst thing that Dio did in his life, especially if there's anything that I left out. But as always, I appreciate it if you made it this far into the video. Be sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Only like 1 to 2% of you guys watching this are subscribed. Be sure to share it with a friend, share it with a JoJo friend, share it with a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, share it with a Dragon Ball Z fan. Tell them that Dio is a bigger hater than Sukuna and Frieza combined. Frieza might have blew up some planets, but that's because they were stupid monkeys. And Jujutsu Kaisen, I mean, Sukuna, he evil. He just likes to kill. But yeah, seriously, appreciate it if you made it this far. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.